Do you ever feel like a donut?
Yeah, donut.
Not that kind of a donut. That's right, donuts. We are going to make some beautiful, light, airy, fluffy donuts. I'm going to show you how to do some ringed ones and a classic stuffed donut, and even some Timbits. If you don't know what they are, stick around. You'll see later on in the video. Donuts are an amazing thing to make. A lot of fun indeed. So, don't let it go anywhere. We're going to get into this one. Sorry, I had to. Right, let's go.
Okay, start with 150 mils of full fat milk, add 50 mils of water to that. Warm that up for 20-30 seconds in your microwave. You want it about 105, 107 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you're gonna add 12 grams of active dry yeast, teaspoon of sugar, give it a little whiskey, cover this up and let it sit for 10 minutes. And if it's foaming, you know your yeast is alive. Next, we're gonna sift 500 grams of all-purpose flour. Watch out for the dust. And then we're going to put in a nice bit of salt, maybe about 5 grams or so. Get that in there, and then 65 grams of sugar. Put your dough hook attachment on your freestanding mixer, switch it on, start gently mixing this, and then we're going to need 2 whole large eggs. Get them in there, give that a little whisk. Add your bloomed yeast. If your yeast is alive, it's going to look like this. That has frothed up a treat, almost like a milkshake. Okay, now put that in, start mixing it on low. You're going to see it slowly coming together. Mix it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Now we want the dough to come away from the sides of the mixing bowl. So sometimes your dough can be thirsty or it could be dry. This time it needed a little bit more flour, so a couple of spoons. Yours may be wet or dry. See how it's moving away now? So turn up the speed to about medium and let it go for 8 minutes or so. Once it's all come together, then we're going to incorporate 50 grams of room temperature unsalted butter until it is all incorporated. Do not worry about the sides there. We're going to fix that right now. This has been going for a total about 10 minutes. Sprinkle some flour on your workbench, plop out your dough, scrape out any leftover dough or butter on the sides of your mixing bowl. Get this into your dough and really work it with the palm of your hands. Give it a good kneading for about 5 minutes or so until you got that lovely gluten that has formed. Oh yeah, that feels good. Okay, now you're gonna basically spray a bowl with a bit of neutral cooking oil and then toss your dough all the way over and then cover this for an hour until it is doubled in size. Now it's arts and craft time. We need some pieces of paper for our donuts to rest on, little squares. Just fold over your parchment paper like this, cut down the sides, fold this in about 3, maybe 4, and then you're just going to cut each opposing side like this, and you're going to have your nice little pieces of square paper. Don't worry if they're not all perfect. Okay, so it's been an hour. Your dough should have risen and doubled just like this. Now you're going to degas it. Oh, that is so satisfying. Always the best part. Flour a workbench again, and then you're going to take out the dough, and we're going to take those pieces of paper that we just cut up quite nicely, and we're going to put them onto a baking sheet like this because we're going to rest our cut donuts on this. Get a rolling pin, roll this out to about 1/2 inch thick. You can use a ruler if you do not know how thick that is. Get a 3-inch pastry cutter and mark out roughly where you're going to cut so you can maximize your surface area. Dip it in a bit of flour, push it down with the palm of your hand, and repeat the process. Now at this stage, you've just got donuts, so these are perfectly fine. If you want to make some ring donuts, then get yourself about a 1.5 inch cutter and do the same thing. Try and find the middle and just go for it. That looks a bullseye to me. Take out those little donut balls. These are going to be our kind of hybrid Timbits. So we've got some ring donuts, we've got some plain donuts. Okay, now you're gently going to pick these up, put these onto your pieces of parchment paper, and we have some wonderful donuts. Cover them with a cloth while you work with the rest of the leftover dough. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Roll out your leftover dough just like this, fold it in on itself, make a ball, flatten it, roll it out 1/2 inch thick, and then stamp out the last of the donuts. That would be a great name for a TV series. Right, then cover these, let them proof for about 40 minutes to an hour until they look puffy like this. Time to fry. So we're going to use a neutral oil, heat it up to about 350 to 360. I used veg oil, about 1.4 liters in a pan like this. Put in your donuts, take off the parchment paper underneath with a pair of tongs like that. After 2 minutes, get some chopsticks and give them a little flip over like this. You can go the other side too if it hasn't got enough color. Now I'm going to lift these out. These are perfect for my kind of filled donuts that I'm going to do. And then repeat the process with the rest of your donuts. Some of them are going to puff up like crazy. Some not so much, but that doesn't matter. They're all going to be amazing. So just give that a little flip. There you have that beautiful Saturn-like ring all the way around, which is that kind of iconic look for a classic donut. That's when you know you've got some good donuts. I fry these in total for about 3 to 4 minutes, not long at all. Now you're gonna put your little mini Timbits in. These are cute little mini donuts. There you go, look, they look so cute. And there you have your beautiful ring donut. Now, once you've set your donuts aside, we can make a little glaze if we want. 150 grams of icing sugar, confectionery sugar. Put about 20 grams of cacao dark cocoa. Mix that through with about a gram of salt, and then you're going to add about 10 to 25 mils of milk, depending how thick or thin you want it. I've made this one a little bit thinner, so it's going to drip around the sides of the donut. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of vanilla paste. Whisk that through, and you got a really quick and easy chocolate glaze. Now, if you want to make a hole in your donut, get a chopstick, put it through about 3/4 and give it a little wiggly side to side until you make a nice hole. Simmer down now, children. And then you're going to take your donut and rub it in some sugar like this, quite generously. This is going to give you a lovely coating and crunch when you bite into it. Perfect for a jelly-filled donut, or raspberry-filled is what we are going to use for the filling. Now get your 2 little mini donut balls and give them a little shaky too. And you've got these glorious little Timbits. They're so cute. I just want to take them home. Look at them. Oh. Now, decorate your donuts how you like. If you want, you can just rub them in the glaze like this, wait till it drips off a little, roll it to the side, and you've got yourself a nice little ring donut there. Set that aside, and we're going to fill up one of our donuts with our caramelized white chocolate creme patisserie. Links to that video below in the description. Don't fill it up too much, it's going to ooze out. And then just take that and rub it in your glaze, just like we did with the ring donuts. Let it drip off, roll it to the side, and you have a Boston cream on steroids. Now we're going to stuff the sugar-covered donuts with the raspberry jam we made from a previous video. I'll leave a link to that below in the description. Fill it, stuff it till it just oozes over the top, and repeat with the mini donuts. And the only thing left to do is to do a slow-mo of these being ripped open. Enjoy donuts, my friends.
Holy moly, look at these donuts. I mean, come on. Look at that. Full disclaimer, I have had 1 or 2 of these while we were doing the testing, so I'm going to go with this little mini one. That's a cute little donut. That was so good. With the sugar and the raspberry jam, you can't beat it. It is an absolute classic. So many childhood memories. Caramelized white chocolate creme patisserie one. Kind of like a Boston cream, but we just let the glaze run. Let's get into this. Cheers. My God. So you can see you got that lovely caramelized white chocolate creme patisserie there, full of vanilla. Absolutely gorgeous. Holy crap, these are amazing. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite type of donuts are. These are pretty sensational. Ooh. Don't have to worry about it if your face is covered in all kinds of cream and chocolate and sugar when you're eating donuts, because that is the joy of donuts. Time to enjoy the rest of this. If you like this kind of content, or if you like these donuts, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Cheers. That's a good donut.